Cool. Now you gotta get a better weapon or upgrade the one I got. I have already upgraded my weapon to maximum of what it can be. We gotta find good handle parts, and I don't know when we're gonna find those. Okay. So we're gonna take a couple of, whoops. Who is this? And why is this stupid? Lady Ashbury. New dialogue. Okay, let's talk to some people. Let's get some of the side quests done for a second. And then we'll continue on. Question, do you have anything new?
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
Okay, yeah, see, we need the better pistol parts. I could buy Milton's shotgun at this point. I don't know much about shotguns, but I also don't use guns, so I'm going to save my money. Where is the good Lady Ashbury?
Another night with the glorious battalion of him.
I guess I can just look around. We do have this. If it's Brannigan. Everybody here is healthy. Fiddick. Ashbury? Ashbury. But was that it? No, that's Clay Cox. Light. Oh, hey. That's one thing I haven't done. I haven't actually resolved these guys to some degree.
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you need medical attention?
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm great.
Oh, treatment for headache required.
I will...
Okay, personal questions.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc. You're really good.
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
Yeah, I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days. I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again. I love him, that's all.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Okay. I forgot about this bit. Right. I also forget that I can sprint in this game. I don't use it often because it's kind of awkward, and also it looks really funny. It'd be kind of nice if it was a sprint toggle, but that could present problems, so I'm not going to do it. Anyway, what I totally forgot to do, actually, is... Let's see who's sick here. It is actually just him. So, headache, migraine, and cold. Oh, right. I still can't get to Mason Swanborough. Fatigue, unknown. Most of these we're gonna have to make, but really I just gotta make one headache med. Because I've got stuff for migraines, anemia. I haven't seen anybody with neuralgia, sepsis, or any of these. I'm probably gonna just leave them alone and just have... Let's grab another, like, fatigue, cold, and headache, because I know I'm gonna have to make more of those along the way. Okay, so what we're going to do... Give this guy's meds, go find the lady in the graveyard, then we'll finally freaking progress. I'm sorry.
Good evening.
Evening.
Do you need medical...
Don't get me wrong.
Give medicine.
I'm certain. Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher.
Yeah, I'm not too interested in, like, kind of hearing their, like, thank you for curing me. But I am interested in getting rid of most of these people's immediate problems, because if I can do that, it makes my life a lot easier. Let's see. I notice I tend to get some kind of weird vocal tics and quirks whenever I play a game filled with a lot of accents. Oh, hello. Oh, that's a hideout. Okay. Oh, I should not put a marker on an active side quest. That looks real bad. These vampire powers are kind of magical. Yeah, they are. Oh, hello. Oh, it's these guys. Getting into position, as usual. No. Oop, oop. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I wanted it to. But that's okay. Yeah, this guy has like a glinty scope. And I'm not entirely sure of the point of it. I guess what the glinty scope is supposed to tell you is he's over there, not that he's about to fire. I kind of wish it would glint as he's about to fire. Because it would certainly be a lot easier, to dodge bullets that way. But I guess that would be why it's not a thing, because that would be unfair. Somebody said a while ago that they thought the UI for this game was ugly. I actually rather like it. I find the UI... I find the UI on this is actually quite plain. It's kind of a slightly more graphic version of a graphic iteration on like the Bloodborne style, which I think works actually perfectly fine as far as visual styles and whatnot go. Man, I could just stun the crap out of these guys. Upgrading your equipment makes a massive difference in this game. But yeah, I can totally see how going like full murder, kill everybody run on this would be a perfectly like powerful. Why does that happen? Every time we load up the map, my cursor just decides to check out like hard. But apparently Admiral Baru is playing this too. Oh, hello. Oh, it's that guy. But Admiral Baru is playing this, and has just been going as super kill mode, and apparently by Act 3 is ridiculously powerful. How do you even know what act you're on in this game? God damn. I am strong. I might do a little bit of grinding between... So is this the person I was looking for? Kind of, sort of.
It's locked, all right.
Okay, wait. Where am I? There's a character over here that we were going to go see. Oh wait, but no, I don't have anything. I was like, oh yeah, he's got a thing I can clear. No, he doesn't. I think you're in Act 3 now. Awesome. Do we know how many acts there are in this game? Not that it really makes much of a difference, but it'd be nice to know. I'm gonna cosplay as this dude. Yeah, he's got a nice style. Can I take off the bowler out of curiosity? Like, can I take off his hat? Because he looks cool, but I actually really like his hair. He's got that, he looks like the, one of the sort of villains from, from Fallout 4. Ow! Whoa! I got flipped. A little bit of grinding. Expect 10 to 30,000 EXP for tomorrow. Your blood is mine. I guess I probably should have healed before that. I should probably just kill him. Man, those guys get real easy when you're used to that. Let's see. Can you at least show us spending the points? Oh, absolutely. No, I'm probably gonna just come back tomorrow for the next stream with like 10,000 EXP from just going to town on things for a while. Honestly, probably just... I've been listening to Co-optional a lot lately. It's kind of grim. I'm finally interested in listening to Total Biscuit's work a lot more now that he's dead, but it's... I don't know, I guess my way of memorializing.
Graves. Why do I...
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who you could be with?
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
Sadness can be a terrible trap. It can entangle you and weaken your heart if you let it control your thoughts.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reid. I sense you trying to help me, even if I don't quite understand why.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiaoshun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reid. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you? Eventually, you'll have to leave the cemetery.
Why? Why should I go? Since this is the only place I can find peace of mind.
You're right. I believe silence has a curative effect for the pain we feel. I suppose it provides space for reflection.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good reason to visit cemeteries at night.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reid.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reid.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
This part of town is very fragile. I hope the trust so many people put in her will not be betrayed.
Goodbye for now.
You know you can trust me. Why have you not spoken to me?
Ah. Saying, you know you can trust me, why have you not spoken to me? He could be a vampire? I don't know if there's any more to that plot trend than... whatever, it's not a big deal. But yeah, just to go back to the grinding thing, I will never ever do story stuff in my search for grinding. And if I do happen to do any kind of story stuff, no matter what, it'll always hit YouTube. But generally I will try and get on. I will always try and get it onto a platform for people to enjoy. I wish there was actually an upgrade that I could, like, increase my movement speed or something. But that would be kind of nice if I could just increase my movement by, like, just a smidge. Just a smidge in this game, so I could circle strafe around enemies properly. Because I can't, and that annoys me. No, I'm no dummy. I've been up to this for, God, longer than most people at this point. There are some YouTubers that have been at this business for quite some time. And they honestly are probably more rigorous than I am.
That's gotta hurt.
But I'm pretty thorough when it comes to these things. This Grenadier dude's hurt. I should take him more seriously. I was planning on just Terminator walking towards him, then it's like, wait a second, nope. That's mustard gas. Never mind. You know, I've actually had to, like, eschew grinding entirely because I ran into plot problems. That's always really frustrating. Because, yeah, I like to grind a little bit off camera because people get really bored of the grinding. Like, I'm sure by the end of this, or not by the end of this, but some people are going to be kind of mad at me because I did too much grinding here and there. And for me, I'd prefer to, you know, kind of front load some of it in the beginning and then switch it all to off camera because it's so much easier. Whoops, hello.
You again?
Goodbye.
Good quality. Come on, take a look.
Fancy bar.
You never... Right then.
Still don't... Oh, there they are. This is why I'm saving my money. Admittedly, those are the tiny ones. I need those specifically for my steak. Not my other stuff. Okay, right. We're looking for a character here.
Never have taken up my father's business.
I'm not done. I'm not looking for Christina Popa. You know what? Maybe... Merchant. Dang. Okay, we're looking for the guy that owns the apartment. Huh. Okay, I guess I'll just wander around for a second. The slumlord is around here somewhere. And nobody knows this thing is just out here. Like, you would think if there was a dude screaming out back in the church, I would investigate. It's a shame there's no backstabs in this game. I'm probably too casual about fighting these guys, but we're heading towards like 2 AM. I'm starting to get kind of sleepy. So my gameplay is going to become vastly inferior to what it was. Yeah, I don't know where the slumlord is. Because he's healthy. Wait, that's Nithercott. That's Camilla. Anybody else? No. I wonder where the slumlord is then. Clayton Darby. I don't see the slumlord anywhere. I guess we'll just wander around for a while. Yeah, honestly, I'm probably not going to get too far in the docks before I just totally conk. But that's okay, too. It's Joe Peterson. Peterson's son.
Outright, it's not my call, Baron. You pay one way or another.
Oh, there he is.
People are talking about this colossus.
Good evening, sir. Do you remember me?
If you're here for a reward, you'll be sorely disappointed. But I'll gladly shake the hand of a fellow countryman.
I'm not here for a bounty. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid from the Pembroke.
A doctor? In Whitechapel? What an opportunity. My name's Bates. Cadogan Bates.
Do you require assistance, Mr. Bates?
Not me, but your skills could help a lot of people round here. That would help my business, because I say, a live tenant's a paying tenant.
I want to know everything about the recent violence, Cadogan. And I want the truth.
Well, rent may be a bit high, and yeah, I've had to evict a few people. But that's business, isn't it?
Take this as my final warning. You will not profit from the misery of others. Business is one thing, but what you do is quite another.
Really? What you gonna do? You ain't from here. You ain't Whitechapel, Doctor. You wouldn't know the first thing about playing dirty, even if you wanted to.
You seem to have recovered well since your attack. Do you ever think about what happened to you?
Not much. It was a fucking nightmare. Savages, absolute bloody savages. Their appearance. Jesus. It made me want to puke.
You'd better not come back here. I won't be around next time to save you. Tell me, what's your honest opinion of the increasing violence in London?
People are just beginning to discover what we've always known. This city's rotten to the core. They just took their bloody time to wake up and notice it.
What do you mean?
People are acting like the violence is news. But it's always been savage down here. It just bubbles to the surface every now and again.
What is your business exactly?
I offer fair lodgings for a modest price to the poor and weary of Whitechapel.
I see. And what about those who cannot pay?
Well, deals can be done, if you know what I mean. Money's not the only currency. After all, I'm not immune to a pretty face.
In other words, you take advantage of these poor lost souls.
Begging your pardon, I thought you was a man who could appreciate the complexity of the modern world. Things ain't just black and white, you know.
It's unusual to see someone so happy around here, especially considering the current situation.
Why should I be sad now? There've always been wars, disease, tragedy. There always will be.
That's an unusual way of seeing things in these trying times.
I don't see why I should shed a tear for another man's woes. I'm healthy, and I intend to stay so.
What help could I possibly be to your business?
That's simple. I already get good money from all those fleeing the war. Can you imagine what they'd be willing to pay if I could offer medical assistance too?
Mr. Bates, do not make me regret saving your life in this quarantine zone.
I understand, Dr. Reid, you're from a good family. Don't want to get your hands dirty. That's fine. I'll be happy to act as your middleman.
I've no interest in money. Perhaps one night I will visit you and take what I require. If that should happen, there will be no need for a middleman.
So it's a no then. That's too bad. The Reid tonic could have really helped people, you know, save lives. Isn't that what you do? I mean, people buy that Swamburgh shit.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not really.
A man such as yourself, knee-deep in the muck of Whitechapel, must know more. Speak now.
Yeah, thanks to Nurse Crane's dedication. These foreigners keep coming to Whitechapel, and my lodgings welcome all.
So business is booming.
More than ever. Hope Nurse Crane's dispensary does nothing but flourish. More money in my pocket in the end.
Why am I not convinced?
Maybe it's because you lack faith. Being a skeptic must be useful for a man of science.
Since I took an oath to help.
Well, seen better.
In fact,
What? You give me this for free?
goodbye, Mr. Bait.
Wow, he is a complete dick. Okay, so the last one is Mason Swanborough, but I can't get to him. Okay. So he is also recovering. So after that, we've just got the people here. Oh, but Sean Hampton. He's the pillar that...
As long as you have the money.
Okay. So the pillar of the community is somebody you don't want to take out. If that happens, everybody starts dying and getting sick and stuff like that. And you have to bring them more meds. So... him turning into a vampire does not sound good.
I cannot enter.
Like, that sounds definitively inconvenient. I guess that's kind of the point of all of this. What do we do with the, vampire priest? Or who knows, maybe he's not as much of a vampire as we think, and he just fled. I guess we'll have to find out. Okay, well, I guess let's just kind of book it over there. Shouldn't take too long to find the guy, maybe? I just want to find the guy and talk to him and see what's going on. Because, I mean, obviously if I have to put him down, I gotta put him down.
I order you to step back.
Grats have stepped back. Very temporarily. Ow.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top. Strong, brother. Vampire!
Okay. Oh, we've got this. Should probably heal myself. So the ultimate just has a long cooldown. It looks... it's an interesting one. Oh, I guess the damage on that bite ain't terrible. It's still not as good as, like, stabbings. But that bite could eventually get really, really good. 1,400 times damage. I guess it's not 5,000. It's plus 1,400. So it's effectively 15 times 25. That's still like 3,000. That's not bad. Is it? Unfortunately, my math skills are not exactly top of the line when I'm tired. So, my immediate ability... Did I never actually... Oh, I never actually did find Miss Pembroke to talk to. Oh well. It's not like it really matters. I wonder if we're gonna have just a random boss fight here again. Unlikely. Oh, this is a much tougher priest than the last one.
Filthy murdering bastard!
Oh, he got tougher then. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why I'm stealing his blood, honestly. Oh.
I shall fear no evil.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to do. Is it just me, or are these guys kind of garbage? Like, it stuns me for a while, but if you take out their associated goons, they can't do anything. Like, they're completely worthless. Also, yeah, I just get my ultimate move. Okay. Like, it is just charged. I figured the ultimate move would be more of like a finisher move, not an opening. Or like an occasional one. I might actually use switch to the jump move just because single target is less of a concern for me. Maybe. Okay, right. We were looking for what's her face. Ran again. Ah, Lady Ashbury.
Oh, Jonathan. I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage skal.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the skal, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Is this a sign? The hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life, unless they ask.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Thank you, my lady. I hope to see you again soon.
One thing I didn't realize about this game is that there are personal soundtracks.
Please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
Anything you would actually say?
What can you tell me about the...
All I know is I ain't letting anyone rip my throat out in my sleep. I found myself a nice blade, Doc. I'm ready.
I'll leave...
Okay, so nothing's actually happening. That's just his usual line. Unfortunately, this game does not react to current events particularly well. Once you're done with the character's arc, they're effectively forgettable, largely because they are
It
killable.
seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more
Please,
careful.
sir. Steady, boys. Get out here to stop! We have a killer!
Ow.
The power of the...
He's got some range to him. Not that it's really a big deal, though. Okay. We used the tentacle shadow attack yet? Nope, I haven't. What?
Easy does it, boys. We can do this.
Ouchie. Oh, hardly a problem. Oh, there's more of them. Well, that one's dead. Oh. Oh, he had a stake. That's what happened there. I was kind of confused. I was like, how did he manage to do lasting damage to me? I just like walking towards the guy. Oh, you just did. Sorry, I was thinking of the other tentacle move. Or whatever. Well, yeah, I've used the tentacle move. I don't know why people are so obsessed with it. It's not honestly that, it's not that ridiculous. I still don't think. Off cooldown? It is off cooldown. Hello.
He's dead! Eat this!
It is effective against the random mobs. It's not so effective against the bigger guys, honestly. But that's okay. There are 2 tentacle moves. I mean, I don't know if you call it a tentacle move, but I've got like my smoke mist explosion. Hello. You really think they'd start? You think they'd start like distributing? I guess that's more of a spike thing than a. Oh, interesting. That interrupts the heal. That's okay. I didn't quite realize how much of a chump these guys were. Yeah, I never paid a whole lot of attention to the smoke explosion. I always assumed it was a little bit more tentacly in shape, considering the artwork made it look as such. But no, I was quite incorrect, I guess. Not that it matters much. Yeah, does anybody know how many chapters there are in this game? Not that it really makes much of a difference. I'm just curious. Because we're in chapter 3, I guess? Okay, that's mustard gas. Am I done for, really? Yum yum. Wow, these guys are just walking blood bags. Like, I'm noticing it with the ranger guys. They have no endurance against stakings. Okay. Wow. Oh wait, I think I opened up the shortcut though. Yeah, I already got the shortcut in here. Sweet.